Hi everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I told you today is going to be a busy day. We have a lot more coming in store. The news right now will relate to Jenelle Eason, but we will be sharing later on today audio recording of a victim impact statement by Andrew Glennon that had been read in court. The audio was not what he actually read in court, but still the audio of what he said. So I will be releasing that later this afternoon, and we have more details that will be coming forward related to Amber Portman's current guilty plea today. I also want to clarify there's a lot of misinformation online right now that her count 4 was not a felony. She absolutely did plead guilty to 2 felonies. The count 4 will be reduced to a misdemeanor and count 1 will be dropped if she successfully completes the 906 days of probation. All of the details have been updated into my indie court, and you can verify everything that I've shared in my previous stream if you have questions. All right, let's get started on what is going on with Jenelle. Now, this week I have been reporting that Jenelle and David had split. Many of you were suspect, stating that, nope, this can't be true. This is all for publicity. This isn't real. Jenelle Eason was in New York over the weekend meeting with MTV executives related to her Teen Mom 2 contract. She had stated multiple times through interviews with People magazine and other outlets that she had not been terminated from MTV. In fact, previous statements by MTV only indicated that she would not be filming for that current season. She was replaced in this most recent season with Jade Klein. However, ratings have not rebounded. In fact, they have tanked. The last episode from a week before only registered around 625,000 views, and on cable TV. So what is going on? Well, she's been really silent. She hadn't been posting. David Eason had been posting lots of cryptic messages about being sad, being at the land by himself, not having Ensley and Jenelle with him. Well, Jenelle actually made her own statement, and then we have some details about what actually led to her choice. So earlier today on Instagram, only moments ago, she wrote, "I've kept off of social media the past few days because I've been focused on making some big life decisions. I've lived my life on camera since I was 17 years old, and a lot of it hasn't been pretty, but it's been my life. Like anyone else, I want what's best for my kids, and I want to be happy. With time away from Teen Mom, I've started to look at my life differently, and I know I need to make changes. I'm starting that now. The kids and I have moved away from David. Nobody gets into a marriage expecting it to end, but I know that's what is best for me and for my kids. Today I've filed papers to start that process. I appreciate the support from everybody who has asked me how I am. Me and the kids are doing great. We need some time to be together, but you'll hear from us again soon." Now, according to Radar Line, Columbus County had stated that nothing had been filed in court yet at this time. It's not clear what she means in terms of she's taken the first step, whether she's met with her lawyers, whether her lawyers will be filing later today, but it's clear that she has made the decision to end her marriage with David. The two recently just celebrated their 2-year wedding anniversary and had been together since 2015. The couple shares 2-year-old daughter, Ensley, and then she will leave the marriage with her 5-year-old son, Kaiser, and Jace, who is currently in custody of Barbara Evans, her mother. So why are they getting divorced and what happened? Well, it sounds like things never really recovered after what happened with Nuggetgate. I know on the surface she seemed to be presenting a very brave face to the media, stating that their marriage was stronger than ever. However, it sounds like losing her job and her way of life played a significant decision in this factor. A source connected to her said that this is not a fake breakup, and they have, despite what she's been saying online, there has been meltdowns and arguments behind the scenes that have not been reported. It has been a struggle for them as well. Another factor playing a role in this is that Jenelle is not into the homesteading life. She's not, it's not her. It never was her. And she's not wanting to stay on the land. And I think I made that comment yesterday when we were talking about the Jenelle Eason we met at 17 years old was a city girl that loved going to the beach and being out with people. And this homestead life she is having with David seemed to be very isolated from everyone, and she was isolated from friends and from family. Perhaps this move away from the land will be her way to get back and be connected with friends and family again in the city. Another contributing factor was losing her income at MTV. David's inability to have no way of making his own money also played a role. For the past month, since he and Jenelle have been together, David has not held full-time employment. He has attempted to start numerous businesses that have not gone well. He had a boat cleaning company that he had for a while. He taught scuba or diving for a bit, and most recently started a forging company where he makes leather goods and knives, which apparently aren't selling very well on Etsy. Without income, with no sponsors, and with a marriage very tense since her husband shot and murdered her dog Nugget, Jenelle has decided that she needs to move on. At this point, David remains on the land. She is now with her kids away from the land, and hopefully she will stay safe. A lot of people were speculating that she left without telling David. She actually did leave for her trips with MTV to meet with executives on a planned return to the series. There are no details yet on what that will look like and whether or not she will be returning to the series as a cast regular, or if she will be making guest appearances, or if they will be offering her a special. However, according to sources, the meeting with MTV executives went incredibly well, and it sounds like she will be returning in some capacity. With her income shored up with her return to the series, I'm sure some loose ends included ending her marriage with David because he had clearly made filming next to impossible. David had been fired from MTV in 2017 following a series of homophobic tweets and threats on social media. He also had made filming next to impossible for Jenelle and kept Jenelle on a very short leash, often interrupting filming, showing up at filming despite the fact that he was banned by appearing on camera, and MTV did not want he was banned from being in the presence of MTV due to safety concerns by producers. Apparently, in the past few weeks, she's had some clarity, and perhaps even her meeting in MTV in New York with people she's known for over 10 years led her to a choice to choosing her children over an abusive husband. Let's remember, she does have a history of being in relationships with men that are like this. During this time, this will be the most vulnerable and dangerous time, because any woman that's involved in a relationship that is part of DV, the most dangerous time to leave is when the relationship ends. Let's hope that she continues to remain safe and secure, and that her children are doing well. We'll see how this all plays out. We'll find out what it'll look like for returning to MTV. But, if she can really get it together, according to everything that we heard from her court case when she lost custody briefly of the kids this past spring, the judge actually was incredibly complimentary of her parenting, and she had been told by the judge that if she would leave David, the charges could have been dropped. Eventually they were dismissed, but the judge said that she was a fit parent. At this point, it seems like she will continue with the kids. There's no word on, obviously David continues to have custody of his daughter Marissa. How he will continue to support Marissa remains unknown, and how he will continue to support and pay for the property in North Carolina also remains unknown, given the fact that he doesn't have income. He's been busy making knives and cutting down trees. He actually chopped a tree down yesterday and posted it on Instagram, making many wonder if it was the tree that he and Jenelle were married underneath only 2 years ago. David is, let's just brace ourselves for what's to come next. We hope that Jenelle will remain safe, that her children will remain safe, and try to execute some kindness for her. Even if you despise the choices that she's made, she's taken a brave first step in leaving a situation that was not only unsafe for her, but for her children. All right, you guys, I will be back later with a victim impact statement from Andrew Glennon, so stay tuned. Bye.